welcome friends and spiritual travelers. Mystic Al here, aka Nathan. Today's pick a card reading is a theme that was suggested to me by one of my very loyal viewers, Rashmi. It's about how you see yourself, your gifts, your talents, your strengths, how you interact with others and stuff like that. So we have 4 piles today. We have pile 1, oops, with the little round magnet, green and yellow. Pile 2 is this little strange dude. Pile 3 is with the butterfly magnet. And pile 4 is with the crab magnet. I'm going to get some personality traits and strengths from the blessings bowl to start with, and then we'll head into your oracle cards and finish off with the tarot cards to get some further messages at the end. So stick with me through to the end to see what the tarot has to say. Remember, this is a general reading, so take any of that which resonates with you and leave the rest behind. Thank you all again for being with me and for watching my videos and supporting me. I really do love your encouragement, your kind comments and support. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's get started with pile number 1. Hello and welcome pile 1. You have the multicolored yellow, blue, green magnet. Let's find out how you see yourself, what your gifts are, your strengths, your talents, how you interact with other people, your interpersonal skills. We'll start first by getting some personality traits from the personality bowl. I'm going to close my eyes. Bear with me as I pull some out randomly. I'm sensing that the colors associated with the magnet there, so you have yellow, blue, and green, of your middle 3 chakras, your solar plexus, your heart, and your throat chakra. Somebody that is confident and believes in themselves, has a lot of love to give, expresses that love to other people, likes to raise people up in a sense. Let's get one. Let's get that one. Okay, let's see what you have. Pile 1. You have outdoors. Okay, and then you have nature. That goes well together. Lovely. Unique, right. Very sociable. Lovely. Spiritual. Crafty and creative. Strong and muscular. Super intelligent, right, beautiful. Interesting. So you've got unique and eccentric and super intelligent. Okay. Indication that, like, as I was picking up on with the blue here, your throat chakra related to your thoughts and communication. Somebody that I think is very quick-witted, highly intelligent, can like pick up on the solution to problems pretty quickly. I think is probably quite unique, a little bit quirky in the way that you express yourself. People find you quite interesting or just different to most other people is what I'm getting. Pile 1. But also somebody that's like, this is outdoorsy and nature, right? So you obviously enjoy spending time in nature. You probably get a lot of energy by being outdoors, going hiking, maybe gardening is something that you have that you enjoy doing. But I also see with outdoors and very social that you're kind of extroverted, somebody that likes to share ideas with other people, like you express new ideas, like probably having like debates with other people about topics that are of interest to you, bouncing new ideas off other people, very open-minded is what I'm getting also. Interesting. But I love that you got spiritual there too, so I think maybe you, and nature, so quite connected to something bigger is what I'm sensing. I think you believe in something bigger than yourself, pile 1. But I also see here with the outdoors card and the strong and muscular that you probably look after your health. Either you go to the gym a lot, you exercise a lot, you may play sports or something like that. You may even just enjoy walking out in nature sometimes just to get some fresh air and to move your body around a little bit. Lovely. Let's see what else your gifts, talents, who you are and how you see yourself with your oracle cards. Your first card is the sacral chakra. Okay. Yeah, and you have the desires card. Number 12, which is also related to the sacral chakra. Goals, passion, cravings, and fulfillment. And your moonology card is a new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Firstly, I always think when I see this desires card with this woman looking very alluring, quite sexual, sensual, along with the strong and muscular, and the fact that you've got the outdoors card, somebody that most definitely looks after their health. I sense that you know that you're quite attractive, or at least like being on top of your health is something that's very important to you, pile one. You care very much about the way you look and the things that you eat, the way that you treat your body, I'm sensing. I think people probably find you quite alluring too, with the unique there. And the desires card, you probably have a lot of people, that are quite attracted to you. But I also see that not only are you quite attractive and you look after your health, but you have it all in the sense that you're the total package. You're very intelligent, very quick-witted. The new moon in eclipse, expect powerful change. This really indicates to me that people just don't know what to expect from you. Eclipses are like unknown energy, right? We don't know what's going to come with them. I just sense that maybe people find you enigmatic, if I can get it right. They never know what they're going to get with you. Like you're like a box of chocolates in a sense. A lot of fun to be around because you're just quite different and quirky. The things you say maybe shock people, I'm sensing also. But with the desires card here in the sacral chakra, you've also got the card of crafty and creative. This is a very talented group too, right? So you may have some creative talents. Maybe you're an artist, or the way you express yourself and the way that you dress is very creative and crafty. You like people to notice you is what I'm getting. So you know that you stand out from the crowd, pile one, and you're quite proud of it, I sense. I also am seeing somebody with the sacral chakra here, along with a very sociable card. The sacral chakra related to like feminine energy, nurturing, receptivity. I just see somebody that's very soft and gentle. You have a very like loving and soothing, calming presence is what I'm getting, pile one. But also, not only that, I just see that quite often you can shock people with the way that you think, or the things that you say. So even though most people tend to think of you as a very like loving, compassionate, soft, approachable individual, sometimes things come out of your mouth that like are quite shocking and surprising. And I actually think people like that about you, right? Like, yeah, as I mentioned earlier, they never know what they're going to get around you. So it's always fun. You're always like a ball of energy in a sense. They never know what to expect when they're around you. I just really am picking up on someone that has a lot of creative talents. Like you've got the unique card here too, right? And the crafty creative, the sacral chakra too. And goals and passion, very dedicated to a creative cause or something like that. All of these traits really embody like artists in a degree. Like artists are the most quirky of all individuals on earth, right? I'm just picturing someone that might be an actor or expresses themselves in a very creative and unique kind of way, I think. I'm picking up on somebody that has a strong intuition too with the sacral chakra here. New moon eclipse, expect powerful change, like connected to the unknown. And the spiritual card too. So you may have some spiritual talents. Like you may be a tarot reader also. Or you just a group that really like trusts their intuition is what I'm getting. Interesting. Moving on. Yeah, okay. Truth transcends illusion. Number 22, dragonfly spirit. Right. That really does indicate to me that you are connected to something bigger. You may trust in the messages you receive from your guides, I sense, pile one. You seek clarity when you are in a state of confusion, when you don't know what to expect next. I sense that you ask for an answer and the answer will come to you. You've also got the super intelligent card there too, right? So truth transcends illusion. I just see somebody also that has the ability to like really pick up on people's energy quite quickly. Your perceptions of people are always spot on. You have the ability to know what people are thinking, almost sort of like clairvoyant in a sense that I just think you can read people very quickly, is what I'm getting, pile one. You know when to trust people and when not to trust people. You have a feeling or an understanding of when people are feeling down and need assistance, in a sense. Like you can just see through to the truth of a situation pretty quickly, and know when people are like, you know, not being real with you. You also have the dog spirit, number 19. Be loyal to what you love. Aww. As I mentioned, I just see a really creative group here. Be loyal to what you love really indicates to me that you enjoy thoroughly your creative talents, that you're very dedicated to something that you work on. This is a group that may have a creative talent that they have as a career. So I'm just thinking of tarot readings, right? Or not surprising if you're watching a tarot reading on YouTube. Or an artist, like painting, acting, singing, something like that. And if it's not your career, then you definitely just enjoy doing it in your downtime. So when you have time alone, you enjoy just spending time working on your talent, being very creative and crafty, artistic. I am also seeing here, right, with the dog spirit, be loyal to what you love, and the sacral chakra, all about like compassion, motherly energy, feminine energy, in a sense that this is a group that's very, very loving and compassionate, in a sense. People may turn to you in times of need. With the new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. You have the ability to like bring people out of the darkness. So strong sort of healing energy also. You know what it is that people need to change in their lives in order to make their lives better. And I sense people really trust you because you're so warm and affectionate, compassionate, and very open. With the woman here with her arms wide open, right? Very open energy. You allow other people in. People really trust you. I'm getting pile one. So in a sense, you're very magnetic. People are drawn to you. But not only in the sense that I think that, you know, you're probably quite attractive, but also very unique in the way you express yourself and the way you dress. But I think people could see that there's something really deep and meaningful behind all of that quirky essence. Like you're somebody of substance. You always have something profound and uplifting to say to other people. People really trust you is what I'm getting, absolutely, with the dog spirit here. Beautiful. Moving on from that, let's get some further messages for you, pile one. From the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, for pile number one? How do they see themselves? What are their strengths, their gifts, their talents, their interpersonal skills? I sense that you just see yourself as a very loving, compassionate, and intuitive person. I'm getting pile one. You really trust your own instincts also, I sense. You're very guided by your intuition, your gut instincts. Just like the dog there too, which I think is a very instinctive creature. I think you believe in your talents, absolutely. You believe in your own skills. And you know that you're quite intelligent, that you have something to say, that you can see the truth in any situation, that you can come up with the answers that people need. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number one. Try one more. There it is. Okay. So the 4 cards that you have. You have the Death card. Huh, interesting. Ooh, you have the Strength card. Lovely. Right. The 10 of Cups in reverse. You also have the Knight of Pentacles, sorry, the Page of Pentacles. Okay. I'm instantly drawn to the yellow in these cards with the Page of Pentacles, the Strength card. Even in the 10 of Cups here, there's even some yellow in the Death card. Which is all about your solar plexus chakra. You are very confident, you believe in yourself, you know what your gifts are, you know what your skills are. You know that you're different and unique. With the new moon eclipse here, you've got the unique card and the eccentric. You're different. You know, dance to the beat of your own drum in a sense. And I think you're very proud of that. Like with strength here, you're very proud of the person that you are. I see. Strength ruled by Leo in a sense. Very confident, very creative also. Lots of creativity here, a lot of creative energy is what I'm seeing. So you believe in your own gifts, you believe in your own talents with the Page of Pentacles. I see here also. But I do see too with the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Death card that maybe you've had some challenges in your past. You may have had a rocky upbringing, potentially pile one. There may have been some issues when you were a child or in your teenage years. Possibly you were bullied or you had some issues at home. Maybe some issues with your mother is what I'm picking up on actually. Strong feminine energy. There may have been some issues with your mother potentially. Remember to take what resonates, pile one. But I just think that you've overcome those challenges with the Strength card here. I think maybe you've been able to see the blessings in disguise. I do sense that this is a group that probably spent a lot of time on their own when they were younger. And because of it, you spent a lot of time like working on your own creative talents, a lot of time like being very introspective about your own life. I sense a group that probably likes reading a lot with the creative, the crafty here, and the super intelligent. I'm getting somebody that might be a bit of a bookworm too. And because of that, you've really like developed and honed your gifts and your skills. And you haven't let it like stopping you from being the person that you are now, somebody that's very loving and open. I think maybe any experiences in your past that were a little bit hard to take, I think you've learned from and you've chosen, day in, day out, you choose to be a better person and to not let yourself sort of be caught up in those experiences. You've drawn upon like the blessings of those experiences and like help other people through their own hardships is what I'm getting. So somebody that has a lot of love to give is what I'm getting also. I think you see yourself as somebody that like has really sort of like blossomed out of a dark past in a sense. You found love for yourself through the darkness. And I really commend you on that, pile one. But not only that, you're somebody that people love and being around. You're very open, very compassionate, loving, highly intelligent, and have the ability to like just know what people need to heal themselves or to like get out of their own darkness is what I'm seeing. Beautiful. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile two. Hello, pile two, with the lovely, weird little green man. I love the expression on his face, right? He looks like he's shocked or appalled. I'm sensing that maybe you're someone that likes to shock people with the things that you say. I think also, I'm picking up on with the fact that he's green and he looks shocked and surprised that maybe you are an activist or you really stand up for the things that you believe. You have a lot of love to give and you're very passionate is what I'm getting, pile two. I think maybe, I love that his hair's all weird. You're a little bit different, a bit unique in a sense. Somebody that I think maybe doesn't really give a shit what other people think. You stand up for the things you believe in is what I'm getting. But also I sense that you're probably quite sensitive. Let's find out about your personality, the way you see yourself. We'll start with the personality bowl and get some traits. I'm going to close my eyes and pull some cards out, so bear with me. Let's get two more. Okay. Ooh. So you have dogs. I'm actually filming this one last, just because I like to mix it up. And that's coming out for 3 of the 4 piles. Spiritual. Sporty and active, okay. Outdoors. That goes well with sporty and active, actually. peaceful. Very sociable. Huh, nice. Good looking. Lovely. Analytical. Super intelligent, which goes well with analytical. And crafty and creative. Lovely. Okay. Interesting. I get somebody definitely that likes to look after their health. With sporty and active here, you've got outdoors and good looking. Somebody that may spend a lot of time at the gym, maybe you exercise a lot, you enjoy hiking outdoors or spending time in nature. Somebody that I think people find quite attractive and alluring is what I'm getting. I did also pick up on that too with this little man, right? Like, he's quite shocking in his appearance, I think, in a good sense. So maybe you shock people when you walk in the door. People find you very attractive. There's something about you that people are just drawn to instantly is what I'm getting, pile one. You also have a very soft side to you too with a spiritual card and peaceful, I sense, and they're very social. I just sense that there's something about your personality, your presence, your energy that people are just find at ease with. Very calming, soothing in a sense. I like that you've also got dogs too. The fact that you have dogs along with peaceful indicates that, and outdoors, that you get a lot of time like being around nature in a sense. With crafty and creative, you may be somebody that enjoys gardening or working in the garden. But most definitely also very intelligent. So you've got super intelligent here and analytical. And the fact that you're very social, I just think that maybe you liked a lot of like social banter. Quite playful in your energy and the way that you express yourself in conversation. You may be somebody that also enjoys, like pile one, having debates about some topics that you enjoy. You're open-minded, I sense too, with the spiritual card there. So you take on new ideas, you assess whether new ideas are like right for you and take them on if they're appropriate or not. Somebody that's quite discerning. Yeah, also a very well-rounded individual that is very social, enjoys being around other people, loves being in nature. I think probably spends a lot of time on your own too, like in peaceful contemplation and reflection of your own life, but also tends to look after their health and is probably very confident in the way that you look and express yourself, is what I'm getting. But moving on from that pile one, let's have a look at your oracle cards. Ooh, you have the throat chakra. Now that goes quite well with analytical and super intelligent, related to your communication, your thoughts, in a sense. And you have the card of number 11, emotions, feelings, expression, moods, and balance. Right. Yes. And your moonology card is the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Okay. I did pick up on someone that I sense is probably very emotional, very sensitive, with the green man here related to your heart chakra and emotions, feelings and expression. Somebody that is very sensitive, I think. This is somebody that I would almost call an empath, in the sense that I think because you're very social and peaceful, you have the ability to really pick up on other people's emotions, how they're feeling. You know what it is to say to try and help soothe people with your strong analytical like mind, and also your throat chakra, like communicating lovely words of like hope and divinity to other people to try and soothe people that are going through a rough time. I'm picking up on strong empath abilities here, and I wasn't planning on talking so much about spiritual gifts. I wanted to talk more about your innate talents and stuff like that, but that's what I see. I do see somebody that is quite emotional, very sensitive, that can probably easily be swayed by other people's emotions, or can be maybe a little bit moody too, I'm getting. So your moods can change on a dime. Like, you can be very happy one moment, and then somebody might say something that you take as like very sort of scathing. You read into it maybe too much, pile two, and it affects your emotions. And that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're mindful of it, I think. I think that you have the ability to really like delve deep into the whole range of emotions, and because of it, it just makes you more of a caring, compassionate individual that I think is very understanding of other people's problems and challenges. I just get a very loving vibe here with the dogs card too, the peaceful card, and the emotions card, along with the green man, and that related to the heart chakra. This is somebody that is very loving and compassionate and really looks out for other people, is what I'm getting. I am also seeing here, with the third quarter moon and the adjustments are required, I think maybe you've had a rough past, pal, too. And you found like spirituality in the darkness. I think maybe when you were in a dark time, when your emotions weren't balanced, you were going through some hardships with the third quarter moon, that maybe through the darkness you managed to find something bigger than yourself. And I know how that works, because that's what happened to me when I was going through a really dark phase in my life, that 2 or 3 years ago, where I lost my job. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I felt trapped and lost. I had a lot of addictions that I was working through. I kind of had a moment where I just sort of threw my hands in the air and like said, I need help. Like, what do I need to do? And all of a sudden, like spirituality sort of blossomed in my life. So I just sense that maybe through the darkness you found the light, in a sense, that you went through such a hard time, but because of that, it's allowed you to really like have so much more love and compassion for yourself and for others, that you really empathize with people that are going through a rough time too. And you have the ability to help people through. So one of your gifts, in a sense, is being like a motivator. You do really well in like psychology or social work, I'm getting piled through, because I sense you've been through it to start with. So you can empathize because you've been through similar experiences, but you also have like this beautiful balance of like emotional love and compassion, but also the insight with the throat chakra here, and the ability to communicate and assist people with the things that you say, to guide people through their own darkness. I think this is somebody that like people are just really drawn to in general. Noting that you also have a few cards here that indicates that you're quite attractive and you look after your health, right? So I think people are drawn to you in the fact that you're quite attractive and alluring. But then they really see somebody of like, oh, there's a lot of substance here. Somebody that is very compassionate, that really wants to help other people. You haven't also been afraid to make changes in your life too, is what I'm getting here too, Pile 2. You're intelligent enough with the super intelligence and analytical to reflect upon your life and realize what is working for you and what hasn't. So one of your gifts, one of your talents is the ability to really like rise above any adversity in your life, to break away from things that aren't working, to really reflect upon your life and assess like, you know, what serves you and what doesn't. And then also the ability to be able to do that with other people's lives, I'm getting. You'd really make a great psychologist or like therapist, is what I'm seeing. Moving on. You had the ant spirit. Time to collaborate. Okay. That goes really well with the very sociable card that came out here, I think. Very sociable. Somebody that does enjoy being around other people, that gets a lot of energy of having fun and being playful with other people, like sharing new ideas, expressing yourself through conversation. And you have the wombat spirit. Be at home. Now that's really interesting. Okay. Wow. We all need some downtime, right? Even though I do sense that you're very loving and compassionate, get a lot of energy and enjoy like lifting other people up, expressing yourself, debating things that you're very passionate about, standing up for your beliefs. I just sense also that maybe you need some downtime. You have the spiritual card here in the be at home, which indicates to me that sometimes you need time alone to reflect and contemplate and to work out what is working for you and what you need to break free of in your life, to really like reflect upon your life. And it reminds me a lot of the Hermit card. You spend a lot of time in like introspection and reflection, just so you can be a better person, trying to balance your moods too. Remembering that this, I think, is a group that maybe has the ability to feel the wide range of emotions and expressions, and it can possibly like be very passionate and fiery too. So you may change the the way you express yourself and your moods on a dime. If somebody says something nasty to you, you can get very angry or fiery. So I think you also take a lot of time to sort of reflect upon your emotions and try to calm yourself, to balance out your emotions, in a sense, is what I'm seeing, pile 2. Yeah, but a group that has it all, very intelligent, very loving and compassionate, has an innate ability to see what needs to change in other people's lives. Interesting. Moving on from that, let's get some further messages for you from the Rider-Waite Tarot. Spirit, can we get some further messages, please, for pile number 2? I just think people see you as a total package in a way, pile. Look at that, the Knight of Cups. So loving and compassionate. You really want to like lift people up, let people know what their own gifts are. I think you have the ability to be able to see what other people's talents and gifts are too, pile 2. And not only do you have the ability to see what needs to change in their life, but you are able to shine a light on other people's talents, like let them know what it is that they have to offer the world also. Lots of love to give, absolutely. A very compassionate, sensitive, emotional group. And you express that too. I don't think you're afraid of your emotions. You're quite proud of the fact that you are quite emotional. You know that your emotions are important in order to guide you through life, in a sense. You trust your emotions. Ooh, okay. Wow. There's the Devil card. That's too many cards. Okay, there's 4 cards. As I was picking up on, this is a group that spent a lot of time in contemplation and reflection about your life, about things that needed to change. So you may have had some hardships in your past, pile 2. You may have had some addictions or bad habits. But you've broken free of them. I see this being a group that has found spirituality and found the light during your hard times. That almost hitting rock bottom for you has made you a better person, is what I'm getting. Because it's allowed you to like realize what it is that you need to change in your life. And also see that like now you have the talent and the gifts to be able to share that light with other people. Like to shine a light on other people's darkness, help them through their own challenges. Very loving and compassionate, absolutely. I see that you've broken free of the things that needed to change in your life. For the 3rd quarter moon, adjustments are required, and the Devil card here, it does indicate that you may have had some addictions. I'm just seeing like maybe you weren't picking up, take what resonates, pile 2. Please don't get triggered by anything I say, but there may have been some substance abuse issues that you've had to overcome. And I just think that there are experiences in life. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Like you've grown through the dark times. The darkness only allows us to shine a light on the things that we need to change in life. And you've done that. I see this being a group that has spent a lot of time really working on themselves and actually day in, day out, making changes, balancing out your emotions and learning to be a better person so that you can share that love and kindness with other people in need. You have the 3 of Wands. You also have the Page of Wands. Interesting. This is a very passionate group too, and I picked up on that earlier, right? Somebody that feels the whole range of emotions. You get very like fiery and passionate. You're very like dedicated to what you believe in, I see. And I see that being helping other people, guiding people on their own journey, right? Is what I'm seeing. I still see that there's some work for you to do though, pile 2. And I think you know that, but you're not really afraid or ashamed of that. And that's just life, really. None of us are perfect, and we never will be. There's always lessons to learn. There's always new experiences to have. I think you embrace the fact that there's things that you need to change, and it's made you a better person. I just really see someone that can do really, really well being like a social worker or a counselor that not only has the innate ability to see what needs to change in other people's lives and to help them through, but can draw upon their own experiences, has so much empathy to give because you've been through the darkness and it's only made you a better person. You love being around other people. You love expressing yourself. You love taking on new ideas. You love lifting people up. You've got so much to offer the world, pile 2. Good on you. That's all I have for you. I hope that resonates with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to pile 3. Hello, pile 3 with the lovely butterfly. I almost forgot what that was called for a moment. Let's find out how you see yourself, what your strengths are, what your talents are, your gifts, and how you interact with other people. I'm going to close my eyes and get some messages from the blessings bowl about your personality. So just bear with me. Maybe 5 or 6 of them. One more. Actually, there we go. Let's see what you have to say. Ooh. I always end up getting more than I anticipate when I close my eyes, but that's okay. So the first card you have is analytical. You have dogs, and I kept that in there because, well, that just may indicate that you're a dog lover, or that you like pets. Ah, you have super intelligent, okay. That goes quite well with analytical, actually. You have sunny, as in like a sunny disposition. Happy, positive. You're introverted, interesting. Very social, okay. I guess you could be an introverted extrovert or something like that. Peaceful. Spiritual, nice. Adventurous. And quirky, okay. I'm going to put that with super intelligent and analytical. These 3 cards here almost give me like strong sort of Aquarian sentiments. A little bit unique, a bit different. They think differently. They express themselves a little bit differently to most other people. I'm definitely getting the vibe that you're somebody that, even though maybe you'd like to spend a bit of time to yourself, pile 3, sorry, you are someone that is outdoorsy, I can see, with the sunny card there. The dog's indicating that you like spending time with pets. You have the very sociable card too, so you like to get out and meet new people. I think potentially you're one of these people that likes to be around other people. You get a lot of energy from other people, but you need time to yourself to try and process, you know, what you've been through. Somebody that definitely spends a lot of time in your mind and on your own is what I'm getting with the analytical card here. Super intelligent, and the introvert, and peaceful also, indicating that you like a lot of downtime. Quiet time is what I'm getting too. So somebody that has a nice balance of being social when you want to be, getting out there and meeting new people, but also that likes to spend time alone to just sort of process things and do a bit of self-reflection and contemplation. In terms of your gifts and your talents, I am picking up on somebody that has a very sharp wit with analytical and super intelligent there. And because you're very sociable too, I have the feeling that maybe you're able to see through to people's core in a sense, pick up on people's personality traits, understand pretty quickly what people are going through. Just someone that like can really like see through to the core and work things out pretty quickly. I think the fact that you're very sociable and adventurous, along with having the dogs there and the sunny card about a sunny disposition, really indicates that you're kind of a chameleon, that you can like adapt quite well to different environments and around different people. I think you know how to sort of lift people up and put a smile on people's faces, pile 3. Yeah, beautiful. Anyway, moving on, let's get an idea about how you see yourself with your oracle cards. Ooh, you have number 41 in intuition. Well, that really goes well with analytical and super intelligent, doesn't it? Trust, insight, awareness, and guidance. I was picking up on that from the cards. Along with the spiritual card here, somebody that I think may be quite spiritual, you may spend a lot of time in like meditation and contemplation, pile 3. I sense that you rely on your intuition, that you follow the guidance that you receive. You have the card of creativity, number 35. Imagination, expression, originality, and passion. Okay. And we'll go with your Monology card. You have the new moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Right. Okay. Well, that really goes well with the peaceful card. Virgo, interesting. So Virgo rules the Hermit card in Tarot. You have the introverted card here too. I just get a sense that this is somebody that is quite spiritual, that you spend a lot of time doing self-reflection, that you need some downtime after maybe being around other people, pile 3, to just recoup your energy, to revitalize yourself, also to reflect on the experiences that you've had when you've just been around other people. But this is also somebody that I sense likes to like lift other people up. You like to be of service to other people, especially with the peaceful card here, the sunny disposition, the fact that you are very sociable. I get an idea that maybe you're someone that likes to help other people out. So one of your gifts is actually being able to, like, I think with your intuition here too, you're able to see when other people are having problems, and you intuitively know what it is that you need to do in terms of how to make them feel better, to put a smile on their face, to like lift their spirits is what I'm getting. You may actually be in some sort of like modality where you're of service to other people, or potentially even like in health, where you actually heal other people, being a healer in some sense. Interesting that you've got the card of creativity. It says your imagination, expression, originality, along with the quirky card. Creativity. I just sense that you're actually a little bit odd. And I mean that in the most auspicious of ways. Somebody that I think like other people just... I think maybe you're a little bit interesting. People find you hard to read, in a sense, pile 3. But I think people don't actually genuinely enjoy being around you because you're different to most other people. You have some different insights, or the way you express yourself and the things that you say, the things that come out of your mouth are like unexpected and very imaginative. So I think you're a very likable person. Your personality in general is something that other people tend to enjoy. They like being around you. They never know what they're going to get with you, in a sense, is what I'm getting. But I just see somebody that's very loving in general, also with the peaceful card there and the dogs. Also with the sunny card, this really indicates to me that you love being around other people too, that you have a lot of love to give. You also have here the new moon in Virgo, time to give rather than take. So I just get a very compassionate, loving, strong Cancerian energy too here is what I'm getting. Although you've got the new moon in Virgo. With the intuition, I just see somebody that like knows how to care for other people, as I picked up on earlier. So you may be in a healing modality where you offer yourself over of service to other people. Like very motherly vibes. Somebody that likes to be nurturing and kind and caring to other people too is what I'm getting. Interesting. I also see that you may have some creative talents with the creativity card there and the adventurous card. So you might like to try new things, I'm getting. You like to be very creative in your day-to-day experiences at work, try new things, do things a little bit differently, see what works out. One of those people that takes like calculated risks is what I'm getting with the analytical card here too. So you see yourself as somebody that like, I think is pretty switched on and likes to try new things to see what works and then take those things on. If you've come up with a new sort of routine or structure or a way of doing things and it works out better and it's more efficient, you're definitely one of those people that will like share your knowledge and skills with other people is what I'm getting. But I just see somebody that's very intuitively like synced into other people's needs and wants. Moving on. You had the Think on Your Feet card, the Fox Spirit, number 27. Okay. That really goes well with all of these 3 cards here, right? Analytical, super intelligent, and quirky. You're very sharp-witted, very intelligent. This is a very highly intelligent group. So you've also got here the creativity card, which is related to your throat chakra, the way you communicate, how you think, the things that you think. And you had the Be Playful, Sandpiper Spirit. Okay. So there's a great dichotomy here of somebody that like knows how to be switched on, that works really hard when you need to be Focused, most definitely you trust your intuition and your strong instinct. I just see somebody that is like very quick-witted, knows how to get to the core of a problem very, very quickly, can come up with like very creative solutions to problems. Absolutely. Also noting that Virgo goes very well with analytical, right? Virgo are very analytical, ruled by Mercury, all about the mind. This is a group that I sense is highly intelligent, more so than most people, along with the fox spirit here, think on your feet. You really rely on your intellect, I think, and that nice balance between your intellect and your intuition to come up with the solutions to problems, or to sort of guide you in your day-to-day experiences, is what I'm getting, pile 3. So I think you see yourself as being quite intelligent, somebody that trusts themselves, has confidence in your own decisions, is what I'm getting. I also see somebody that just has a lot of fun, that likes to lift people up, with the Beast Playful card here, Sandpiper Spirit, along with the Sunny card and the Adventurous card. You're also somebody that likes to try new things too, not only in terms of work with like your routines and seeing what works out and what doesn't, but I think, you know, if somebody takes you up on a dare, you'll give it a go. You like to get out and meet new people, try new experiences, try new food, I'm assuming. You're not afraid of like the unknown, in a sense, is what I'm getting here. And I think you just really trust in yourself, like you know what's going to be good for you and what's not, right? But I also am getting a very spiritual vibe too, right? With New Moon and Virgo, the spirituality card, and peaceful. I think, yes, you do spend a lot of time in meditation or contemplation. Most definitely have a very sort of like calm, soothing, like sentiment and personality, I think. And other people tend to love that about you, is what I'm getting. So I think you know that that's one of your strengths. Your ability to like exude this really calming presence is something that other people like really enjoy about you. And I think they like spending time around you because you know how to make other people feel better about themselves, is what I'm getting, pile 3. Beautiful. I love that you've also got the fox spirit too, and the dogs. So you may be a dog lover. You may have many pets, potentially. Most definitely somebody, I think, also that probably loves animals and spends a lot of time in nature too, especially also with the Adventurous card here. So I do see somebody that's quite well-rounded. You know when you need some downtime. You trust your intuition. You're very intelligent and you trust your instincts and your intellect. But also, you love to like lift people up and know when other people need a helping hand or need something nice said to them so that they can feel a little bit better about themselves. Moving on from that, pile 3, let's get some further messages for you from the standard Rider-Waite Tarot. I just see somebody that like really trusts in your own instincts. So because you've got the creativity card, Virgo, who are the most analytical of all of the zodiac signs, think on your feet. I think you know that you can come up to the solution to anything pretty quickly. And you really like trust in those intuitive nudges that you have. I commend you on that, pile 3. Spirit, any further messages, please, for pile number 3? How they see themselves, their talents, and how they interact with other people. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 3? Okay, so we have 4 cards that have come out there. First card is a Judgment card. Lovely. You're the Hierophant. Okay. Nice. You're the 9 of Wands. And your final card is the Wheel of Fortune. This is really interesting. So the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment, in a sense, talks about your destiny and life purpose. The Judgment is kind of a rebirth after going through a really struggling time, in a sense, like ruled by Pluto. It's all about finding your life purpose. You've gone through a phase where you've sort of broken away from anything that wasn't serving you in the past. So I think that you've changed your personality. I did pick up on a group that's probably very spiritual and spends a lot of time in meditation and contemplation. I think spirituality is probably a very big part of your life, pile 3. You're highly intuitive too, so you really trust in any guidance that you receive from your spirit guides. You've also got the Hierophant here, which like is all about spiritual wisdom and routines being very structured. So I do sense that you're very orderly also, along with the analytical card in your Moon and Virgo. Very meticulous in your nature. I think you probably have strong routines that you follow day in, day out, and you trust in that routine. It's a big part of your day. I think without it, you would just feel a little disheveled is what I'm getting. So you've made a lot of changes in your life is what I'm seeing here, Pile 3, with the Wheel of Fortune card and Judgment. This really indicates that I think you've probably had some things in your life that weren't serving you. Maybe you had some, it may have been addictions or bad habits, but you've changed those habits. You were forced to like assess things that weren't working for you, and you've actually overcome them. And I think maybe you've started to realize that, contemplation and meditation allows you to see your own strengths, what it is that you have to offer other people, what needs to change in your life. And this is a group that, like, I think maybe won't let anything get in the way of like dedicating themselves to something bigger, something higher. You have a strong belief in something bigger than yourself, I see, Pile 3. And I really think spirituality is probably a very important part of your life. I just see that with the Nine of Wands too, that maybe there was a time in your life where you had to actually reflect on your past and realize that there were things that you needed to change. And with the New Moon and Virgo here, a time to give rather than take. Along with the spirituality card, you just forced yourself to change things that weren't working for you. And I think now you're a lot happier. And because of it also, I think maybe you actually have a really big heart and are able to like see in other people maybe similar experiences that you went through, and like to offer yourself over to be of service and give guidance to people that maybe are in most need, which I think is really beautiful. So you have a lot of strengths. Most definitely a group that are very loving and compassionate, but has that beautiful balance of knowing when they need time out too. And you really look after yourself is what I'm getting to, Pile 3. With the New Moon and Virgo there, Virgo, take a lot of time out, but like really look after their health too. They're very grounded. It's an earth sign, so they know how to look after their own needs too, is what I'm seeing. Beautiful reading. That's all I have for you, Pile 3. I hope that resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day, and let's move on to Pile 4. Hello, Pile 4 with the crab, which, obviously reminds me of Cancer. Let's get an idea about how you see yourself, your strengths, your personality, what gifts you have, how you interact with other people. I'm going to close my eyes and get a few cards from the personality ball. Bear with me. I just sense with the crab too, you're probably quite compassionate, very motherly. One more. Okay, let's see what cards you've got. Here we go. Your first card, ooh, motivated and driven. Okay, that's always good to see. I envy you already, powerful. You have homebody, okay, which really goes well with the Cancerian energy, someone that likes to spend a lot of time at home around family. You have loud, as in a loud, extroverted personality. Meticulous. Uptight, interesting, okay. Sporty and active. You have dogs. As in, maybe you're a dog lover, or you love animals in general. Artistic. You're strong and muscular. That goes well with sporty and active. And you have outdoors too. Okay, so you're a homebody and outdoors. That's really interesting. They're very conflicting. I'm just getting an energy of somebody that is quite well-rounded, has a lot of interests, a diverse range of interests and things that you like to do. So you've got the homebody here. You've got outdoors, sporty and active, indicating you probably spend a lot of time outdoors. Somebody that I'm just picturing loves going hiking up mountains, or likes to run by the beach or something like that. But you're also quite an interesting personality, right? So you've got artistic. You're very motivated and driven. So a strong sort of like Capricorn energy of like being very dedicated in a sense. Meticulous too, which indicates that like you're very sort of structured and orderly in a sense. You like things done in your own way, I'm getting. And with uptight, which kind of reminds me of almost a little bit stubborn energy, I just think that maybe you're very routined and ordered and structured. You don't let anyone sort of get in your way about how you want to do things. Somebody that likes to, I think, maybe do things on your own is what I'm getting. Or definitely likes to be the leader in a group and make sure that people are sort of following your direction in a sense is what I'm picking up on. I see somebody that is probably has a very leadery energy. Leadery, I'm not sure if that's a word. Loud. So I just see somebody that is very authoritative, has a lot of control, likes to be in control, is probably good with other people in the sense that I think you know how to delegate responsibilities and stuff. Power 4 is what I'm getting. Somebody that really wants to go far in life too with the motivated card here. And I just see you look after all aspects of your life too. So I think in terms of your career, you're very driven. I sense you've had a lot of success, absolutely. You most definitely look after your health with the sporty and active card and the strong muscular card here. Somebody that I think probably has a very strong physique, probably goes to the gym quite regularly or at least spends a lot of time outdoors sort of exercising and stuff. Outdoors. But also, I see knows when to have some downtime with the homebody here and the dog's card indicating that maybe you have some pets and you like to spend a time at home with your pets to relax and to unwind, to rejuvenate in a sense. You may also have some artistic talents that you do in your own time as a way to sort of meditate or to switch your mind off from your career in a sense, because I see somebody that is very, very driven here. Interesting. So a very well-rounded, diverse individual with, a lot of different interests is what I'm getting for you, powerful. Moving on, let's have a look at your oracle cards. Your first card is the Will card. Oh, wow. Okay. Now that's not surprising. I love that the motivated and driven card and the meticulous card came out, right? It says here, will, expression, assertiveness, right? Assertiveness and loud. Somebody that likes to be in charge. Self-control and direction. That really goes well with the motivated and the loud card. You had the card of awareness, number 44 for pile 4. Present. Awareness, attention, reality, and connection. Interesting. And your Moonology card. You have the new moon in Gemini. Communication is key. Right. Interesting that you have the new moon in Gemini, which is an air sign. And you also have the Will card, which is related to your throat chakra. Somebody that I see is a great communicator. Probably quite intelligent too. I was picking up on somebody that likes to be in charge. You as a great leader. You do really, really well in a role where you look after other people. You delegate responsibilities. You manage other people is what I'm getting pile 4. So you may already be in a role where you're a manager or you lead other people and even motivate or mentor other people is what I'm seeing. But somebody also I see here with the new moon in Gemini. Gemini love expressing themselves. Are very open-minded. They like new ideas and being very sort of open to new ideas. I just see somebody that I think, even though I sense you like things done your own way, you're somebody that doesn't mind people raising their own thoughts or giving their own opinions about how things can be done. So you are open-minded, but when it comes down to it, you really like to do things in your own way in a very structured, orderly, known sort of practical order is what I'm getting for you, powerful. Absolutely somebody that is most definitely very, very driven. I think there's a lot of order in all aspects of your life. So you probably get up at the same time every day, have the same thing for breakfast or do the same thing in the mornings. Your morning routine is sort of very structured and orderly. You just have a very strong routine throughout the day that you follow day in, day out in a sense. Somebody that I think really relies on structure and order in their life. But I am also seeing here, it's interesting that you've got the presence card in number 44. You've got the outdoors card too, and the little bee here. I just think this is somebody also that probably likes spending time in nature, that is quite connected to the world in a sense. I'm picturing somebody that likes gardening, actually. I don't know where that's coming from, but that's coming to mind. I just see somebody that enjoys spending time switching off from like their career by spending your time outdoors with your dogs, your pets, or in the garden gardening. But you also have a gift of communication, is what I'm seeing too, right? With the loud card here, you mean in Gemini, communication is key. And the wheel card related to your throat chakra. This is somebody that does well in a role where you communicate, whether you be a leader or a boss at work. You may be an activist. You stand up for your beliefs, is what I'm getting. Very motivated, uptight, and meticulous indicate too that you have some very strong sort of rigid values and beliefs that you don't let other people like influence too much. Somebody that really stands up for the things that they value and what you feel is most important in a sense. So any role where you use your voice or your strong sense of what's right, in a sense, pile 4, I think, is where you will do well. But most definitely a people person, I'm getting, even though I do sense you are a little bit stubborn and like things done your own way. You know how to bring out the best in other people, I'm seeing too. So somebody that would just do really, really well as a mentor. Interesting. Moving on. You have, wow, okay. You have the Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold, which I think really goes well with the motivated and driven. I think this really sort of represents your personality to a T, right? Be fearless and bold. Somebody that puts themselves first, that goes after the things that you want, that stands up for your beliefs. Very confident is what I'm getting. So you see yourself as a very confident individual. I think you have a lot of like pride in what you've achieved, pile 4. I also see somebody that probably is very confident in the way they look too, with the sporty and active card here and the strong and muscular. I just sense somebody that like looks after their health, and I think maybe you've got, as I picked up on earlier, you're very structured in all aspects of your life. So you believe in yourself, you believe in in your career, you're confident in your own skills, but you're confident also in the way you express yourself with self-control and expression here in the wheel card. And the way that you look too, I'm sensing. But I love it also. You got 4, so you got 444 for pile 4. Strong synchronicity. So that indicates to me too that you believe in something bigger, that you may be spiritual also, pile 4, which probably isn't really that surprising if you're watching a tarot reading on YouTube. And maybe you trust in spirituality to guide your career and to guide you through in life, in a sense. And you have the Otter Spirit, number 42, another 4. You are never alone. That's beautiful, because you've got the Homebody card here. And the Otter Spirit, as I picked up on also too, right? With the Crab, Cancer. Cancerians are very homely, very motherly. They like to look after the people that they most love, the people that are most dear to their heart. So I sense this is a group that enjoys family time too. Sorry, apologies, pal, for I got a phone call and it disrupted me, but I was just talking about somebody that enjoys family time, that likes to spend time around your family, the people that you love the most. So I do see you have this nice dichotomy of like wanting to be outdoors, very dedicated, very driven in your career, an extroverted, outgoing type of person, but somebody that also likes to spend time around the things that are most dear to your heart and most important, the people that are closest to you. I think you get a lot of energy out of spending time at home too, in a sense, just to revitalize, to recuperate. I love also with the Otter Spirit too. You've got the 2 otters in a love heart, right? So I just get a really compassionate, loving energy from this group too. Even though you may be very like uptight and stubborn in some ways, you know how you want things in life, and you like things done in your own way. You do have a very soft, gentle, loving part to you too, and I get that also from the Presence card, like this girl here. I think she's just embracing like the finer things in life. Every single moment, you know, you like to give yourself over to other people, which is a very sort of Gemini sentiment too, right? Strong communicators, very open-minded, like to to make people laugh and put a smile on people's faces is what I'm getting also from you, which is really beautiful. A very well-rounded individual I'm sensing, but most definitely someone that is just like a go-getter. So one of your biggest strengths and gifts is your ability to really like set your mind on a certain task and not give up until you achieve it is what I'm getting, Pile 4. Really driven to make a big impact in this world. And I think not only in terms of your career, I think maybe you're one of these people that wants to like leave a legacy behind, to be known for something like bigger than yourself. I just see somebody that has a lot of love for humanity in general, a humanitarian in a sense, that is probably very like generous and maybe an activist for people that are less fortunate than you. You may dedicate a lot of time also to charities, for charities that you believe in, trying to like help other people out in need is what I'm getting also. I love these cards here though. I just can't get past how much these cards indicate that this is somebody that really wants to achieve a lot in life. So you have the Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. The Will card, which is all about assertiveness, getting yourself into a routine, being very structured and orderly, and the motivated and driven. Yeah, I just see somebody that like is a go-getter in all aspects of life. You look after your health, you look after your family, you're very successful in your career. I sense you've already achieved a lot, and you stand up for the things that you believe in. So I think you've got it all, Pile 4 is what I see. Absolutely. Moving on from that, let's get some further messages for you from the Standard Rider-Waite Tarot. Spirit, any further messages for Pile 4, my very driven, yet soft and gentle, loving, compassionate individuals? Is your first card. As I mentioned, the group that like displays a lot of leadership qualities. People probably really like believe in you, Pile 4. People follow you, I think. I think you're somebody that like can really sort of hold a crowd, and when you walk into a room, you capture people's attention. And I think that's probably also because you probably look quite good. You look after your health. You have a very strong presence, but also I think your energy, the way that you express yourself, the things that you say, just like captivates people. Oh, okay, that's an interesting card. Any further messages, please, Spirit, for pile number 4? Oh, okay. Interesting cards that have come out that I can see. All right, we'll stop there. So the two cards that I can see, you've got the Tower card and the Seven of Swords. That's really interesting energy. I think maybe you've learned some lessons from being betrayed in the past, Pile 4. But the reason why now you're so stubborn and like things your own way, maybe you've been hurt in the past, or there's been some mistrust from other people. And because of that, you've learned to like really fend for yourself. You look after yourself, or you rely on yourself. So you've learned from like some bad experiences. Maybe trusting for you is something that doesn't come so easily, even though I do get a very loving vibe from you. Somebody that enjoys being at home with your pets and family, I'm sensing. I do sense that maybe you've been burned in the past from some other people, so maybe some trust issues are there. But what I get from that in a positive sense is that you've learned to rely on yourself. So the experiences that have actually burned you in the past have made you stronger in your own sort of like resolve to be successful in your own right. Ooh, you have the High Priestess. Interesting. You also have the Five of Swords. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you haven't always had it easy. There's been people, I think maybe you're very wary because you're very successful and you've got it all going. I also am picking up on the fact that maybe some people are trying to cut you down, like the tall poppy syndrome in the sense, like because you're so successful, people are very envious of you. They're envious of the way that you look. They're envious of your talents. They're envious of your confidence. They're envious of your success in a sense. So I think you've really like learned to like just to be a little bit cautious of other people in a sense too. So trust is probably something that I sense maybe isn't too easy for you, Pile 4. You've also got the High Priestess here, right? And I was picking up on a group that I think is probably quite spiritual, connected to something else. I do sense that you really trust your intuition when it comes to other people. You have the ability to, with the Presence card here, also to know when, you know, people are being authentic and real with you, or with people have like a hidden agenda and they're trying to, like, I don't know, maybe right off your coattails of your success, in a sense, if they're trying to like manipulate you or something like that. So I think you're quite switched on too, Pile 4. Not only are you very successful, I see you being very dedicated in all aspects of your life, but you're also somebody that I think is, I did pick up on a group that's quite humanitarian, but I also see you as being someone that just knows when people are being real or fake with them, in a sense. You really trust in your own intuition, right? Because you've been burned in the past, you've learned from certain experiences, and now you have this sort of innate ability to know when people just aren't being real. And that's definitely one of your strengths, and I think you know that about yourself, Pile 4. Beautiful. Very confident individual. Very driven. I wish I was more like you, Pile 4. Good on you. That's all I have for you. I hope it resonated with you. If it did, please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. I wish you a beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.